Okay, student. So next, see, that is about the replication of the DNA. And that is here we complete the process of the replication of DNA. फर्स्ट पार्ट, सेकंड पार्ट आणि हा थर्ड पार्ट आहे की याच्यामध्ये आपण DNA replication complete करणार आहोत. So in last lecture we have seen how the replication process, that is here the DNA which completely produce the double helix structure, that is in which here the unwinding process of the DNA molecule takes place, and due to this unwinding here the replication fork is produced. Okay, so here there is the point of origin where the DNA replication start, that is the O point. Okay, and here this DNA strand is cut. Okay, and when the cut DNA strand, it is by the endonuclease enzyme. Then here the two strands get separate out. Okay, and here hydrogen bond is break down by the helicase enzyme, DNA helicase enzyme. So see, that is here this the DNA molecule. So in the DNA molecule here, the two strands when get separate, that is, see here the replication fork is produced like this. Okay, so here see, that is here is the 5' end. So here the corresponding to the 5' end, here is the 3' end, and here is the 3' end. So corresponding here is the 5' end. Okay, so see, that is here when the two strands get separate out. Okay, so here the enzyme, that is there is the helicase enzyme. This helicase enzyme, it is also known as the DNA unwinding protein, and here it is also known as the RIP protein. So the two strands which are separated and the hydrogen bond which is present in between the nitrogen bases, these are break down by the enzyme helicase. Then we have also seen, that is here when the two strands get separate, that is the to prevent the coiling of the two strands or winding of the two strands, here the another enzyme or the proteins are attached, that is known as the SSBP protein. SSBP protein, single strand binding protein. And this single strand binding protein, it mainly prevent the coiling of the two strands. The coiling होऊ नये म्हणून SSBP protein काय करतं, it prevent the coiling of the two strands, and the two strands make separate from each other. Then what happens, that is here when the two strands get separate, it act as a template strand. So it is one template. It is also known as the template. When the two strands get separate out, which act as a template. Then what happens, see, that is here at the 3' end. Okay, so here the RNA primer gets attached. So here the RNA primer which get attached, that is this RNA primer, it is made up of the some nucleotides, that is it is 2 to 5 nucleotide in the prokaryotes. म्हणजे RNA primer जर बघितला आपण, 2 to 5 in prokaryote, 2 to 5 nucleotides. In prokaryote, while in case of the eukaryote, it is of the 2 to 8 nucleotide in pro, while 2 to 8 nucleotide in the eukaryote. म्हणजे eukaryote मध्ये हा RNA primer हा किती न्यूक्लियोटाइड्स ने बनलेला आहे, 2 to 8 nucleotides in the eukaryote. आणि prokaryote मध्ये तो किती आहे 2 to 5 nucleotides. So it get attached at the 3 prime end of the DNA. And here see that is here when the two strands get separate. आता समजा इथं जर adenine नायट्रोजन बेस असेल तर त्याला कॉम्प्लिमेंटरी इथं नक्कीच कोणता असेल थायमिन असेल. इथं सायटोसिन न्यूक्लिओटाइड असेल तर इथं कोणता असेल ग्वानिन असेल. इथं थायमिन असेल तर इकडं ॲडिनाइन असेल. इथं थायमिन असेल पुन्हा इकडे ॲडिनाइन असेल. इथं सायटोसिन असेल पुन्हा इथे ग्वानिन असेल. So here the two strands get separate and here the nucleotides, these are the unpaired nucleotides are there. Okay, so here the RNA primer when get attached at the 3 prime end, this RNA primer attracts the unpaired nucleotides, that is activated nucleotides. आता आपण सुरुवातीलाच ऍक्टिव्हेटेड न्यूक्लिओटाइड हा कन्सेप्ट बघितलेला आहे. म्हणजे ॲडिनाइन मोनो न्यूक्लिओटाइड जो आहे ॲडिनाइन मोनोफॉस्फेट, डिऑक्सिरायबोज थायमिन मोनोफॉस्फेट, हे जे न्यूक्लिओटाइड्स आहेत ते ऍक्टिव्हेट होतात आणि ते काय तयार करतात ॲडिनाइन डिऑक्सिरायबोज ॲडिनाइन ट्रायफॉस्फेट, डिऑक्सिरायबोज थायमिन ट्रायफॉस्फेट. या पद्धतीने जे काही ऍक्टिव्हेटेड न्यूक्लिओटाइड्स आहेत, these activated nucleotides gets attached at the unpaired nitrogen bases. हे activated nucleotide attach होते. म्हणजे इथं adenine आहे, that is here the thymine activated nucleotide gets attached. Here the guanine activated nucleotide get attached. Here adenine activated nucleotide get attached. Here also adenine nucleotide get attached. Here the guanine nucleotide get attached. So in this way here one nucleotide gets attached and paired to the unpaired nitrogen bases. मग इथं अनपेअर्ड जे न्यूक्लिओटाइड्स आहेत त्यांना हे ऍक्टिव्हेटेड न्यूक्लिओटाइड्स काय होतील अटॅच होतील. ओके, and here the new strand which is produced, that is this new strand formation, it takes place, that is from the 3 prime end to the 5 prime end of the template. So here the new strand develops, that is the from 5 prime end to the 3 prime end. It is towards the replication fork. आता इथं replication fork तयार झालेले. This region, it is the replication fork. It is the replication fork, and this replication is mainly like upward direction. ही replication process upward direction में असेल. Okay, so here the new strand which is produced from the 5 prime end to the 3 prime end, it is known as the leading strand. Leading strand. It is known as the leading strand. So this strand which is produced continuously and it produced towards the replication fork. It produced towards the replication fork. So here this template on which here the leading strand is produced, this template is known as a leading template. म्हणजे या टेम्पलेटला नाव आहे leading template. So on the leading template here leading strand is produced, and this leading strand it is the from the 5 prime end to the 3 prime end. It develops towards the replication fork. या replication fork च्या दिशेने हे develop होईल. Then another strand that is here which develops on the template, this template. Okay, so on this template that is opposite to the replication fork, when new strand is developed, here again the RNA primer gets attached, and here the small fragment is produced like this. Okay. Then again RNA primer get attached, here again the small fragment is developed. Then again RNA primer is attached, then again small fragment of DNA is developed. So see that is, it is the RNA primer. RNA primer. So this RNA primer when get attached it produces the small fragment. Then here the growth of the fragment stop. Then again RNA primer gets attached, then again small fragment is produced. So these fragments, these are discovered by the scientist Okazaki. So the name of the fragment is the Okazaki fragment. Name of the fragment is the Okazaki fragment. And here there are the small fragments are produced, and this growth of this fragment is opposite to the replication fork. Opposite to the replication fork. So this template, on this template strand here, the new strand which is produced, it is also from the 5' end to the 3' end. But it is opposite to the replication fork. It is opposite to the replication fork. And this strand is known as the lagging strand. हे जे नवीन स्ट्रँड तयार होतं त्याला म्हटलं जातं लॅगिंग स्ट्रँड. It is the lagging strand. See, that is the one strand which is produced towards the replication fork. It is continuous strand. This strand, it is produced from prime end to the 3' end. That is on the leading template. So here the lagging strand, which is the discontinuous strand, and this discontinuous strand which is produced opposite to the replication fork, and this strand, it is produced in the form of the fragment, that is the Okazaki fragment. That is the scientist, Japanese scientist Okazaki, who firstly discovered this fragment. So the name of the fragment is Okazaki fragment. And here the template on which here the lagging strand is produced. Template on which here lagging strand is produced. This template is known as lagging template. Template is known as lagging template. So see, that is here on this lagging template. Here the strand which is produced, which is opposite to the replication fork. It is opposite towards the replication fork. Okay, and it is a discontinuous strand. हे छोटे छोटे फ्रॅगमेंटच्या फॉर्म मध्ये स्ट्रँड तयार होतो. हा स्ट्रँड मात्र कंटिन्युअस तयार होतो, विच इज टुवर्ड्स द रेप्लिकेशन फोर्क. हा डिसकंटिन्युअस स्ट्रँड तयार होईल, विच इज अपोजिट टू द रेप्लिकेशन फोर्क. आणि मग इथं हा जो डिसकंटिन्युअस स्ट्रँड आहे तो डिसकंटिन्युअस न राहता तो पुन्हा जॉईन होईल. And these strands are joined by the enzyme, that is the ligase enzyme. Strands are joined by the enzyme, that is the ligase enzyme, and then again it becomes continuous. पुन्हा हे strand कसे होईल, continuous strand तयार होईल. Okay, so during the replication, that is here it is the old strand and here is the new strand. So old strand, which is from the 5' end to the 3' end, it is the leading template. Okay, and on the leading template, the leading strand which is produced, it is the continuous strand and it produced towards the replication fork. While on the lagging template here, the lagging strand which is produced, it is the discontinuous strand. It is made up of the Okazaki fragment. हा strand कशाने बनलेला आहे, Okazaki fragment ने बनलेला आहे. It is the discontinuous strand. हा strand कसा आहे, discontinuous strand आहे. Okay, and this discontinuous strand, it is joined by the enzyme, and that is the ligase enzyme. हा discontinuous strand हा join करण्याचं काम कोण करतं, तर ligase enzyme करतं. So see, that is here this strand when it produces the continuous. So here the phosphodiester bonds, these are joined. Phosphodiester bonds are joined. This joining of this phosphodiester bond, it mainly takes place due to the presence of enzyme DNA polymerase. DNA polymerase. So in case of the eukaryotic cell, here the DNA polymerase third enzyme is useful for the polymerization. Polymerization means here the joining of the successive nucleotides, that is by formation of the phosphodiester bond. आणि म्हणजे इथं एक एक न्यूक्लियोटाइड जेव्हा येऊन जॉइन होईल तेव्हा प्रत्येक न्यूक्लियोटाइड हा फॉस्फोडायस्टर बॉन्डने जॉइन करण्याचं काम हे डीएनए पॉलिमरेज एन्झाइम करतं. आणि डीएनए पॉलिमरेज थर्ड एन्झाइम हे युकॅरियोटिक सेल मध्ये युजफुल आहे. तर DNA polymerase delta enzyme. It is useful in the prokaryotic cell for the formation of the new strand or the पॉलिमरायझेशन. या प्रोसेसला आपण काय म्हणतो, पॉलिमरायझेशन. ठीक आहे. तसंच इथं सुद्धा छोटे छोटे फ्रॅगमेंट हे जे काही तयार होतात, इथं सुद्धा पॉलिमरायझेशन होतं. म्हणजे इथं आरएनए प्रायमर आला, तो आरएनए प्रायमर आणि त्यानंतर हा नवीन स्ट्रँड इथपर्यंत तयार होईपर्यंत इथं डीएनए पॉलिमरेज फर्स्ट एन्झाईम येईल. ठीक आहे. त्यानंतर पुन्हा इथून आरएनए प्रायमर येईल, पुन्हा डीएनए पॉलिमरेज फर्स्ट एन्झाईम येईल, पुन्हा नवीन स्ट्रँड. म्हणजे इथं छोटे छोटे स्ट्रँडचे तुकडे तयार होतील, फ्रॅगमेंट्स तयार होतील. त्यालाच आपण काय म्हटलेलं आहे, ओकाझाकी फ्रॅगमेंट. त्याला काय म्हटलेलं आहे आपण, ओकाझाकी फ्रॅगमेंट. तर हे छोटे छोटे असे फ्रॅगमेंट्स तयार होतील आणि मग ते पुन्हा कंटिन्युअस होण्यासाठी लायगेज एन्झाईम काय करेल, तर हे छोटे छोटे जे फ्रॅगमेंट्स तयार झालेले तुकडे आहेत ते पुन्हा जॉईन होईल आणि कंटिन्युअस स्ट्रँड तयार होईल. सो हियर द लॅगिंग स्ट्रँड विच इज द डिसकंटिन्युअस स्ट्रँड, लीडिंग स्ट्रँड इज द कंटिन्युअस स्ट्रँड. लीडिंग स्ट्रँड प्रोड्यूस टुवर्ड्स द रेप्लिकेशन फोर्क, लॅगिंग स्ट्रँड प्रोड्यूस अपोजिट टुवर्ड्स द रेप्लिकेशन फोर्क. म्हणजे रेप्लिकेशन फोर्कच्या अपोजिट हा लॅगिंग स्ट्रँड तयार होईल. ओके. आता डीएनए रेप्लिकेशन प्रोसेस ही आपण सेमी कॉन्झर्वेटिव्ह म्हणतो, बरोबर आहे. वाय इट इज नोन ॲज द सेमी कॉन्झर्वेटिव्ह प्रोसेस. सो सी दॅट इज हियर.